Greater Mojo family, yo, this is Brother Hot Tim. This is another one of those deep thoughts. I'm riding in the car on this Mojo morning, and I thought about one of my little brothers, a fantastic young man by the name of Jamon Jones, whose life was cut short, unfortunately, by these streets. And the subject today is stop allowing your politicians to do politics like your homeboys. So, of course, you know we got this 2020 presidential campaign going on, and we got everybody coming out with these universal policies, this altruism where a rising tide lifts all boats without recognizing black folks. ADOS, to be specific. And this story is a true story. At one point in time in my life, I had a house where I had a bunch of young people trying to give them a head start, charging them cheap rent so they could stay. You know, we keep the whole tribe together. It's called the Gye-Nyame house. And it worked most of the time, but oftentimes we would run into issues where people were not able to pay their rent. So when Jamon aged to a point where he was able to start contributing to the tribe, he took a portion of the rent, about $300. You know what I'm saying? Included everything: food, cable, place to chill, all that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes he'd be late and stuff like this. So in the summertime of this year, I can't remember the year, but in the summertime, I put on a group, and I asked him to come, and he came with some of the other brothers in the house, as they usually would. And, you know, we was doing like a fundraiser, and I got up and I did a presentation, and then I asked people to donate what they could. So Jamon stood up and took $300 out of his pocket and put it in a donation, right? So did other people. They put money in, but nobody put as much as Jamon. I was like, wow. He said, man, I really felt what you were saying. But the first was 2 days away. And I couldn't help but to ask. I said, yo, man, I see you put that money in, but I hope you got the money for the rent. He said, no. I said, what you mean, no? He said, I just put the rent money into the donation thing for what y'all doing here. I said, what sense does that make? Right? You know what I'm saying? And our politicians, we allow our politicians to do business like they are homeboys. Young homeboys on top of that. Because the question I had to ask him, I said, so what happens if I put you out the house? Well, you wouldn't put me out the house because I'm in support of what you're doing. Oh, my God. So I said, dude, so I go to the donation dish, I take it back, and I give it to him. I said, dog, you need to pay your rent. I said, give what you can. Now, if you got some extra, give what you can. You can't practice generosity when you owe other money. You have a debt. And this is what politicians are doing with us. They're playing games, and they're taking our money and distributing it amongst everybody, talking about they doing a good thing. And we can't say nothing because, in a sense, we'll be wrong to say that everybody don't deserve what belongs to us. Like, in a sense, if I would have kept the donation money that Jamon had given and then put his ass out, I'd have been looked at as the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? By a majority of people, because this is the story that would have came about. And that nigga put me out. Why he put you out? Because he didn't pay rent. Why you ain't pay rent? Because I gave to the movement. That's how our politicians do us. They'll take the money that they owe us and they will distribute it to everybody. And then everybody else will be mad at us because we have an issue with the country because these politicians have decided to take what they owe us and give it to others. It's time for us to stop being foolish, and it's time for us to stop allowing these guilt games to be played on us. Politicians are our employees. They are not our homeboys. And we can't allow them to do homeboy politics with us any longer. This is Brother Hatem, and of course you know you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. And I'm out. Peace.